Hey guys, today I want to talk about first-person shooters. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Well, it's really interesting. A lot of people would come to think why there's so many in today's game world. I did that again. That's not cool. Well, basically, what happens is, when games need to get investments and investors in on it, clearly investors are not going to want to spend money on a game that could possibly fail. So we all know what works right now is first-person shooters. Or at least games that involve guns. Now, it is a little sad that today's mainstream gaming is a little not that big on going outside a certain safety zone. I like to call them safe mainstream games. That's just me. But it's kind of unfair how a lot of great games get bundled in with those. See, the way I see it is a bad first person shooter, which is more common, I will admit, is when you just get a gun and you just spraying your bullets around constantly, just like killing everybody, which is nice for like a little satisfaction, but overall you're gonna get bored eventually and it really doesn't last that long, does it? That's the way I see it. I mean, I enjoy playing with my friends on multiplayer, but I'm sure if you got if you play like a story mode or alone, it just gets like it just loses satisfaction. I could say it's the same thing with 4-bit games. Way back in the day with arcade like stuff. It's like it was about getting the high score, but when you sit down and just playing a game, it's fun for a while, but you're like, all right, I'll stop this. You know. Today you can get a lot more immersed in a game. Like it has a you have somewhere to be. You can go on an adventure. And for the core gamers, you can feel like very strong emotions and connect with characters, go through the game and interact so well. Now, don't think that the ones where you spray bullets, the easy ones, that's gonna be a success because it's the safety mainstream games should not all of them are like that. See, I think what makes a good first-person shooter is when you're on your toes. You're in action. You gotta feel that. It's not just spraying bullets all over the place and just killing everything and then walking in the next room. No, come on. What you want is a game where you have to be strategic. You have to look around your environment. You have to make it feel like you need to survive. Not, oops, I died, gotta respawn, you know? Which is, why I'm really interested in the new Zombie U game. Now, at first glance, I thought it too, like a lot of people thought, great, another zombie shooting game. I thought it too. But, this one takes a very different concept. Where I watched a video explaining it to me. I thought, you know what? That's actually a really good idea because when I was watching it on E3, I saw the concept. Yes, like I can't think about any better concept than a zombie apocalypse for this. You are a person, and you have one life. No game over. No continues. If you die, you are a new person, and all your experience and knowledge is gone. You have to gain it again, as if you are a new person. That's pretty cool. Like you have to keep your weapons, but you don't know how to use them, and you have to kill the last person you were. That's pretty amazing, if you ask me. It's a good idea. It's a survival game, but it really immerses yourself in the idea. Hopefully, from the looks of the demos, it looks like they did it right. It looks like they have surroundings you gotta look out for. You have to go through obstacles and you got some zombies to kill, and they give you more options as a gun. I've seen. I can't wait to play that game. It looks really interesting, and I don't know how I'll do. But yeah, you know what? First person shooters, when it comes to those, what really should be done is you want not only a memorable characters, but at the same time, you want to have some strategy. You know, you want to have, take as a core gamer. I will tell you this, but gamers, contrary to popular belief, aren't just playing games to occupy their time. They like the thought process. They like the interaction. They like being something they're not, and that's what makes it fun. You know, like Zelda is just a perfect example when it comes to, like, if you're talking about an action adventure game and an RPG at the same time. It goes with Pokemon too. It's like you have to think about different ways to destroy your enemy. You can go brute force. You can trap them somewhere. You can hit them with stuff like Zelda. What's amazing about the enemies there is there's so many ways to kill one guy. Like, and there's sometimes you have to do it one way. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you can't kill them, so you have to have the environment do that. It's pretty amazing stuff. And then it goes with any game, like a platformer. It's really more the enemies are there to try to stop you, but in all, it's the environment that you have to solve your way through, which I say is more for 3D platformers. 2D platformers are a little more about the enemies, a little bit. There's a lot more. It's about the environment. That's what we need. Gamers need strategy. They need thinking, and yes, many safe mainstream games don't do that because you know what? They can't fail. You don't want them to fail. Perfectly justified. I understand. You need money. You need to program your game, and it's hard to be outside the box, especially today in today's world of game. But things will pick up. I mean, people complain how many first-person shooters there are, but like in the defense of a first-person shooter fan, I like them too. I'm not very big on it, but in their defense, you know how many side scrollers there were from the 8-bit and the 16-bit generations? Like really, there were tons, and even by the fifth gen, still they were making side scrollers. There were so many. Like really, come on, guys. There are a lot of side scrollers, especially platforming side scrollers. There were a lot. There were a lot of fighting games at one point. There were a lot. I mean, come on. There's always that one genre that people are interested for a few generations. I think that's fair. If you don't like it, oh well. You know, just something to wrap around your mind. Don't assume every game that's in a certain spot that has a certain thing about it. Don't just jumble it up into one spot. Like, oh, this must be terrible because this game's terrible, and that game may be terrible, but maybe this one's different. It's like Zombie U. Like I looked at it first, and I'm like, oh god, no, no, I'm sick of zombies, but it's a cool concept, and it can make a very unique game. I'm not saying it is yet because it's not out yet, but I am saying from the looks of it and the way the developers are describing it, I can say that it looks very unique. That's all we need. I'll see you guys. Awkward ending.